So this is a Truvill LifePo4 100 amp hour battery. Very impressed with it. This one's self-heating. Matter of fact, I think I can catch the side of it, and it says it. Yep, right. Auto heating. You can see it right there. And I hadn't gone to LifePo4 yet. I kept putting it off, and finally with this trailer and the batteries going bad on it, I decided it was time. This one battery does more than the two Group 24s that actually sit in this space that it's only designed for. And it's only 10 amp hours less than two brand new Group 29 deep cycles. So cost comparison wise, I paid $210 for this battery. Two Group 24s are typically around $200, and two Group 29s are around $220 to $230. This one has a 5-year warranty on it, and it's waterproof, which is why I have it out front at the moment, although I will be moving it inside. When it comes down to it, you can't do better than LifePo4, and there really isn't value for those of us in RVs anymore to be buying wet acid deep cycles of any kind. I can drop this thing all the way to 0 and recharge it and not lose capacity. You take a deep cycle standard wet acid, whether it's gel, AGM, or flooded with liquid with regular distilled water in it, or sealed, same thing as a flooded, you're going to lose capacity every time you drop below 50%. That's kind of what I ran into on the other batteries. They'd already had that happen prior to me purchasing the trailer, and then I accidentally did it a couple times while I was getting the solar set up, which is not attached. That's why you see the extra two black wires running out here. I don't have it built in yet. So those batteries were in bad shape, and every time they dropped below 50%, I lost more. This one doesn't have that issue. So the value for what you get, there isn't even a reason to be buying wet acid anymore. This one came off Amazon. I had it in only a few days. I ordered it Halloween night, and I had it the 4th of the month, the following Monday. It doesn't take long to get them. They aren't expensive, and I'm actually pretty impressed with this brand. Not real impressed with the app for the BMS. It's an Ant BMS, and the BMS itself does function really well. The app leaves a lot to be desired. Basic information, no log parsing, although it does have logs. And you do have access to all the settings, which is something not all the apps do offer, from what I understand. This thing gives you access to all the settings, so that is an advantage. But the app is not very intuitive. It is kind of difficult to use if you want to change the settings. You're going to have to research and learn what the settings are. I've left it at default, even though I understand a lot of settings. Don't see any reason to change it. Especially when this one, it isn't just 100 amp hour, it also has 130 amp BMS. What that means is it will actually output the equivalent of 130 amp instead of just 100 amp. Now, to remember, if I'm pushing 130 amp on a 100 amp hour battery, I'm not going to last an hour. But it does the job great, and I intend to add at least one more to this trailer. Possibly more. This one is kind of unique when I was researching, and I decided to choose this one because they do claim, and I can't say from experience yet, that you can run 6 of these instead of just 4 in parallel, and 6 in series instead of just 4. I have no reason to run in series here with this trailer, but running 6 in parallel is 600 amp hours without having to do anything extra. And they do have 200 amp hour ones as well. If you're looking for a battery, I would actually recommend this specific brand, the Truvills. They're a great battery, and so far, because I purchased it off Amazon, my customer service is through Amazon. I reached out for customer service help, and I had some great help, including before the battery even arrived. I realized the listing didn't tell me the warranty time, so I reached out to customer service. They told me it was a 5-year, and when I received the directions that came with the battery, it was also listed in there that it is a 5-year warranty on the battery. You just can't go wrong with this battery.